Hello and welcome back to the Southern Bourbon and Whiskey Talk channel. This is Chris, and tonight it's cold. That's the best way I can say it. It's kind of like if you guys know who the Hall of Fame wrestler, the Nature Boy Ric Flair is. It's one of those deals you go outside and you say, "Woo!" It's cold. It's close to zero or just above it maybe. So with that in mind, now is a good time when it's this cold to drink some good sturdy bourbons, right? So what I have in front of me right here is I'm going to do a blind of 4 barrel strength or 120 proof or better bourbons and everything, and I'm gonna mix them up. I've got them numbered 1 to 4, and I have the order written down. So this is not rocket science, nothing scientific or everything. So I'm trying to keep this as blind as possible. So the 4 bourbons that I have that I'm gonna be testing is the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof, the Heroes Edition. I want to say that's like 129 proof, right? And then the second one is the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, and I know that's right at 129 proof. And then number 3 is the Knob Creek 9-year that's 120 proof, not the 100 proof, but the 120 proof. And then last but not least, I have a sample that someone sent me of the 1792 full proof, which is 125 proof, right? So, we go from 120 proof, 125, and then we have 2 at 129. So this is a good representation and everything. This is 4 good bourbons from reputable distillers. So we're going to get into this and everything. But before we get started, again, I'm so fortunate and I'm blessed to have the folks that come out here like yourself to watch the content that I post, and I'm very humble for that. So if you could, and you haven't already, subscribe. If this is your first time out here, I appreciate it. If you could just take that second to hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. It's helping to build my channel and everything. Smash that alert button. Like the videos because it does something, I'm sure, to the YouTube algorithms and everything to push people out here. And then last but not least, make a comment on what your favorite full proof or high proof bourbon is that you like to go to and everything. So with that, stay hydrated, friends, and cheers. This is also a good palate cleanser and everything. So let's do a little switcheroo here. Again, this is not rocket science or anything, so we're just going to switch them up and test these and see what we got. Okay. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rank them by the nose and everything, so kind of put them in that order, then I'll taste them. So I'm going to work left to right and everything on this. So let's get into this first selection here and everything. So, all right, so, and I'm covering up the bottom. So, all right, on the nose, well, that's nice. Not a lot of alcohol there to it and everything. A lot of sweetness, caramels, vanilla, brown sugars. Not a lot of spice, like pepper or anything like that, or bacon spices. So it's like a sweet bomb to me and everything. So All right, so there's that one. And then let's get into the nose on the second one. But I really like that first one. So the second one, I get a bit more alcohol on it, but not offensive by no means. All right. So it's not as sweet as the first one. Okay. So, but it is sweet. Not a lot of baking spices or anything else. So these first two are probably not very high rye, I would guess. Okay. So I definitely like the first one on the nose better than the second one. So let's go in for the third. Okay. All right, that one's different. I do get a little bacon spice on this and some fruit, not any really offensive alcohol on here at all. But it's not as sweet as the first one. But I'm not a big fan of that one compared to the first two. So that would be on the nose, kind of the last one right now. So let's get into the fourth one on the nose. All right, again, no alcohol really there to speak of, but not as sweet. I think I like the third one on the nose better than this one. Okay, so if I had to rank the nose in order here, I'd put them in order of how I've got them here. So this would be the first place. This would be second, third, and fourth on the nose. That's kind of how I would rank them so far. Okay. All right, so now let's get in to the good stuff here, okay? And let's put it on the palate and see how it feels, you know, mouth feel, the finish, how it coats the inside of my mouth and everything, and kind of judge the full experience. All right, cheers, Southern Bourbon Whiskey Talk friends, okay? All right. So there's definitely a sweetness there. Like I said, it's like a caramel, brown sugar, like a dark chocolate. The mouth coating on it is good. The finish, it's okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give the finish about a 6.5 or so. Not a lot of Kentucky hug there and everything. So that one's good though. Okay. So I didn't get, you know, I remember on the nose, I didn't get really that dark chocolate characteristic that I did on the palate. Okay. So let's cleanse my palate. Okay. And I know that's one thing that if you watch a lot of YouTube bourbon tube channels, when people do drink a lot of bourbons for their testings or their blinds or whatever, there's different opinions about palate cleansing and what people use to cleanse their palate if they do. I know the folks on SLB, Basement Bourbon Bar, I love those guys. They were some of my inspiration for doing this channel. They very rarely cleanse their palate and everything, and that's them. But I see other bourbon tubers that do, you know, so I'm a believer in it. Okay, so let's go in for the second one here. All right, give it a little swirl again. All right, so that's quite interesting. You know, the first one on the nose was sweeter than the others, but on the palate here, that one's super sweet. Not a lot of alcohol on it that I could taste, and I had a little alcohol on the nose, but on the palate, man, that's really good. You know, good mouth coating. You know, not a lot of Kentucky hug there. Mouth feels good. As far as the flavors I get off of it, like I said, it's a big sweet bomb there. You know. Like molasses, brown sugar, like a milk chocolate. Not really any fruit to me to speak of. I do get a little like white pepper on it, but not a lot. But that one is really good and everything. So you know, so far I'd be pulling this back a little bit and keeping that one up there, because that one so far is it. All right, now let's go on to number 3 here, or the third from the left. All right, so that one it's sweet, like caramel, brown sugar. I got a feeling I know what that one is, but I think I get like a peanut on it and everything. So I got a feeling I'm probably gonna be proven wrong, but I think that's the Knob Creek. But, you know, and the funny, if it is, and I think I've mentioned it before, that Knob Creek bottle, when I first got it and I opened it up probably for about a half bottle, I did not like it. I was just so disappointed. But it's opened up now, and it's not bad. You know, the verdict's out on whether I'd ever buy it again. I just don't know. But, you know, that is really good and everything. So, but it doesn't quite stand up to number 2. So I'm gonna pull that one back a little bit, and I might have to go back in for more of those 2 to see where I stand. And I'm gonna try and not make this video too long and everything. I know a lot of people like the shorter content, but you know, I'm doing a blind and everything, and I just kind of want to talk about what I'm sensing and everything, and give some of y'all some ideas on some good 120 plus proof bourbons. Okay, so let's go for the last one here. All right, so that one, a little different than the other 4. It definitely is sweet. Brown sugar, the standard molasses, dark chocolate. But on this one, I get more oaky and kind of a little bitter oak on it and everything. So, but it's not bad for sure. So I think before I rank these, I want to go in for the last 3, but I do want to try number 2 again, because I'm 98% sure that's my top dog tonight. All right, so oh yeah, that's about as close to a dictionary version of bourbon or whiskey as you can get and everything. So that's very good, very good. And the one thing I'll say about these 4 is they're they're proofy, but they're not, they're not killing me anyways. So let's go back in for a real quick tasting on these. So yeah, that's definitely sweet. The caramel, the molasses, the brown sugar. I get some like banana on it now. And so kind of with that being said, that might be the Jack Daniels. So I'm not totally sure. So, okay. Okay. And again, I get some peanut on there. I'm pretty sure it's Knob Creek. So as of right now, and again, I'm not trying to prejudge my experiences with the Knob Creek, but I prefer this one slightly better than this. So, but not very much. Okay. So then let's go for the last one. Okay, a little more Kentucky hug on that one. Get again that little bitterness there. It might be some like tannins and oak, but it's definitely sweet. So if I had to rank these right now, I'm gonna put this one, the one I had second, first, and then the one I had first, second, and then this one third, and then this one last. All right. And again, if you go back to my nosing on them, these were the top two. This was first in the nose, but second on the palate, and this was second on the nose, first on the palate. So it's just, to me, this was a little better experience here. And then, these two actually were pretty darn close too. But this one, it was just that little bitterness that kind of drove me off and everything. So let's get into this and look at what we have. So I've got the order of them written down and everything, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, all right, so the first one, actually let's go fourth place here. So fourth place, let me see if I can take the tape off of here with the sticker. So this one was the number 2. Number 2 was Elijah Craig. That's interesting. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof finished last. Wow. And I say wow because I really like that bottle. And I've always liked the Elijah Craig Barrel Proofs. Now, truth in advertising here, if I had any of these, at somebody's house or somebody give them to me just to sit down for a drink, I would be very happy with any of these 4, right? But that one was last tonight. And again, we could do this maybe a few days later and it would maybe come out first. But right now, that one finishes last. Okay? And it kind of makes sense in a way because the age statement on the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is 12 years. So you would expect that to have a little more bitterness and everything. All right, so third place. No. Here we go. So what finished third? Oh, number 3. Number 3 is 1792. So I was off. So I thought this one might have been the Knob Creek. but it's not. It's the 1792 foolproof, the sample that someone sent me, right? So, you know, very good, balanced product. You know, it was 125 proof compared to the Elijah Craig at 129, but it was really good. Just didn't quite stand up to these other two. All right, so let's reveal the second place tonight. And again, you do this on another night, it could change. So second place, we have old number 4. There we go. Let's see, number 4, which is the Knob Creek. Okay, so the Knob Creek comes in at 120 proof. That was last. So, you know, again, I thought the one that was on the third of my samplings was Knob Creek, but it was definitely that one. And the funny thing is I had that one the best on the nose, and I remember when I first had my first few pours out of that bottle for a while, it was offensive alcohol. But tonight, boy, the nose on it was really good and everything. So we all know what number 1 is, and that's not too surprising. There's the number 1, and this is Jack Daniels. And, you know, I've always liked Jack Daniels and everything. And so tonight it comes out as my winner, this Jack Daniels Barrel Proof Hero Selection. All right. So let me go get the bottles real quick, and we'll kind of line them up and everything. So. All right, so I'm back. So this is my my lineup of how I had it. Jack Daniels, the Hero Selection comes out on top, and again the proof on this bad boy is 129.9. Right, I think it's the proofiest one of them all. And then the 120 proof Knob Creek comes out number 2. And then the 1792 foolproof at 125 come out 3rd. And then again, to my shocker, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof at 129.2 came in last. But again, nobody would be disappointed to have any of these pours. But it was a little interesting because Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is always one of my favorites. But Jack Daniels has been something that I've just had all my life, so it's not terribly shocking that what I got came out on top and everything. All right, friends, so with that, good night and stay warm. So tonight's a cold night, so that's why I did, again, the full proof. So subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Comment on what your favorite high proof product is. All right, have a good night. Thank you.